5 grams per kilogram of body weight. However, I did read an article in the Journal of the International Society for Sports Nutrition that said the most protein you can take in one meal is 20 grams, 25 grams.
That is going to trigger.
Sorry, I didn't write it. I'm just reading it. But
given that he didn't actually give us the citation for the study, I went and looked for it. And I was pleasantly excited when I found a study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition that was actually titled, "How much protein can the body use in a single meal for muscle building?" The first thing to mention is that nowhere in the study did they mention that 20 to 25 grams is the maximum amount of protein that you can eat per meal. One of the conclusions they did make is that 0.4 grams per kilogram per meal is a minimum that we should be intaking across 4 meals per day. And this would allow us to reach our minimum of 1.6 grams per kilogram per day. And the recommendation of eating 0.4 grams per kilogram per meal is simply based off the fact that 1.6 kilograms per day is the minimum amount of protein that we should be ingesting, and they prefer this to occur between 4 meals evenly spread throughout the day. But if we do the math, someone that weighs 200 pounds would be eating approximately 50 grams per meal in order to reach the upper target of protein intake. But if you read the full study, you would find some interesting highlights. The first is that they did discuss the fact that when studied, a meal containing 70 grams of beef protein results in a significantly greater whole body anabolic response. And in this study, they made no statements about a maximum upper intake of protein per meal. They did highlight that when getting above 25 grams of protein, the increased benefit you would get from going from 25 grams to 40 grams per meal likely would not be as substantial as if you were going from 10 grams to 25 grams. Because the additional benefit of increased protein synthesis that you get from going from 25 grams to 40 grams is not as large as if you were just getting to 25 grams in the first place. With that being said, if you look into some of the most prominent scientists and authors within this journal, you know that they're actually in favor of higher protein diets. Specifically, Dr. Jose Antonio has done studies in which individuals consumed 3.4 grams per kilogram per day, and found benefits in regards to body composition in which these subjects lost fat and built muscle. And there was no evidence that consuming high protein had any deleterious effects. And better yet, he then did a study consuming 4.4 grams per kilogram per day, in which he concluded that consuming 5.5 times the recommended daily allowance did not have a deleterious effect on body composition, and demonstrated that when these individuals were put in a hypercaloric state, meaning they were eating more calories than they were estimated to burn, they did not have an increase in body fat, and the weight gain came in the form of lean body mass. In essence, there is no position stand, specifically by this journal, saying that we should consume a maximum of 20 to 25 grams of protein per meal. But if you want to take control of your health and energy and avoid a lot of the misinformation online, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.